I think for that for more cover, but Alpha 1GH, message us a subscribe to Alpha 1GH. Message over subscribe. No, I like no, I said, no, I turn on notification bell. And so, update be a bear. On so to me, I can make house a comment section on your there. Message over leave comment to me be a cost 101. Then I some I do it, Tamana court ruling, air cost no. Just in summer, I see what no. A year, Bagbin. Yes, Bagbin lawyer no, at discover some mysterious acts. And I say, some mysterious sin be a no name say. A whole judge, a whole Supreme Court judges now will be there. It has been planned because one judge be an or Tihonom, a year a justice go, or a former NPP member, a parliamentary candidate. After say, Uja parliamentary candidate, and you push man be a judge. It is woman who say any panel or honor there. No, therefore, what do you call it? Chief Justice should sack that man from there. No one very powerful fra on any of affiliated to NPP. No more make us definitely on make a go so. Nyanko T and some lawyer and do two jabra na wo make a sign to the Chief Justice. Then Semben and Chief Justice Edina no me timber.
Alban Bagbin's lawyer feels sorry, and so he raised another issue. He raised an issue. One of the judges are not a panel no or a former NPP parliamentary candidate. Jesus Christ, judge are not otisono. Or no ebe bua semono or a dien or a former dien parliamentary candidate. Wejinama NPP. Why Syria Colada, waje card da. And Alban Bagbin, lawyer, and a raising issue in the say, Madam Judge, your colleague sitting there, even though he is a judge of the Supreme Court, he needs to recuse himself. Because Alban Bagbin application say the judge na otuono, gawuno se the friend sano. He is a member of the NPP.
Rises from some
so that my lord, what the Supreme Court?
Right to my lord the Chief Justice, to him being impaneled in this matter arises from the fact that at the point in time he was known to be associated with the New Patriotic Party. And in fact, he was a parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
And
yes.
I just want to demonstrate from, especially again.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no. I think you said enough. Kindly resume this.
Very well,
Let's go.
And in fact, he was a parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
Very well. And
yes.
I just want to demonstrate from, especially again.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no. I think you said enough. Kindly resume this.
Very well,
Let's go.
So, the Speaker of Parliament's lawyer, because in the application, Speaker of Parliament, Yan can say the response now, Speaker of Parliament, at the core, Supreme Court, no, or say, judge near friend NS Gauno, or your MPP ni, yenina yenim. And Alban Bagbin lawyer and Eka Chief Justice say, even though he is a judge now at the Supreme Court, Alban Bagbin and his lawyers believe, say, his earlier affiliation with the NPP could influence, can influence his decision on this matter. Because the matter we are treating in the Supreme Court today, it is between the NPP and the NDC. A purely political matter. Inti Speaker Alban Bagbin lawyer catch Chief Justice say, wouldn't it be right? You have so many judges, over 34 was a day in Supreme Court judges. Can't he recuse himself to protect the integrity of your court? If even he's going to be fair, to just take the doubt out of the minds of Nana Akufo-Addo's word, naysayers, no, or people who are still contemplating whether the court is legitimate or illegitimate, or the court is biased or not biased. No? Why don't you take this man, who is now a Supreme Court judge, off this matter? If it had been any matter which did not involve the NPP and the NDC, then nobody will have an issue. But wouldn't it be good, Sir Chief Justice, ubeyi man way every case in so send the doubt in the minds of people? Already people are saying your court is political. Already people are saying you have politicized the court. Already people are saying, say, you people are working for the NPP. Wouldn't it be great for you to clear that thing from the minds of people? Chief Justice on now, you see, when you read Ernest Gawu's profile, and this man is part of the panel, Omu decide here, Omu rule say the Supreme Court has jurisdiction. Omu the power to step into the rulings of a parliament. Now, when you read Justice Ernest Gawu's profile very well, this is what you see. Whilst in private practice, he was active in partisan politics from 2009 to 2016, serving as a constituency chairman and parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party in the whole West and whole Central constituencies. He resigned on 16 September 2020, which was the same day he was appointed as a High Court judge. This judge, Ernest Gawu, was the constituency chairman, a parliamentary candidate. In fact, the day he resigned that he's no more a parliamentary candidate for the NPP, no, that was the same day Akufo-Addo in 2020 moved him to the higher court. So, no matter how you see this judge at this point is not supposed to be part of this case, especially when you have so many judges on standby that you can place or to replace this man on this panel. The Chief Justice said no. Now, you don't know something? The President now, Chief Justice, we are set with all the skirmishes. You see, moi, law, no. Me, I've not been to law school. You see this statement when they say recusing yourself from a case when you are a judge. So, Opesa summarizing in short, no. In short, a judge may be recused if only he has some actual interest, personal, familial, or financial in the outcome of a case, or where he has shown himself to be so prejudiced against one of the parties or the case's subject matter that he cannot be trusted to rule fairly. Now, the Chief Justice's argument today when she was making her ruling, and said the same parliament actually vetted this man and made him what? And made him a Supreme Court judge. So as far as Parliament vetted him and said he can go ahead and become a Supreme Court judge, nobody can tell her that she should take the man off the case. That is why at the end of the day, say case be etimiba Supreme Court. Na se a Chief Justice mame and a case in the fan na Chief Justice ewo Supreme Court. The best thing for Chief Justice to do, and they said, to recuse herself. Not because as someone on to me, it is because she's related to Nemame. It is because no matter how, send Mame kura anshen in free kwara brim, and Mame adapteno, and a Mame anshen was school. The fact is, it will influence her decision on the panel. It is either going to make her angrier and not to look at the issues well, or it is going to make her have sympathy for the woman for not being with her for a long time. So it is always important that when issues like this comes and you have any affiliation, because this man used to be a member of the NPP and not just a mere member, he used to be a parliamentary candidate. No matter how you see this, he has a little bit of soft spot for the NPP. And this is a very, very important case, sir. You, the same Chief Justice, you call the case exceptional circumstances. So if the case is an exceptional circumstances, then you don't leave any room for doubt. That is why you are supposed to take the man off the case, to take out that misconception and that idea say Chief Justice is trying to rake. Because the moment you keep the man on, even though Parliament sanctioned him to come to the Supreme Court, he is not supposed to be seen as being biased. So to prevent that, in the eyes of the public or the citizenry or people in court, he needs to stay away so that the court or the people in court will have a clear understanding or conscience in following the case. Because no matter what you do, say Judge Way, the chairman or whole central through Ayana during his time, or man be parliamentary candidate Ebejina anymore, not panel be or no kanwa. The law now say he needs to recuse himself because say in the corner no relationship he's had relationship with that man before. That man has helped him become a parliamentary candidate before. He used to know this man. He used to work with this man. So logically, reasoning wise, it is best for this judge to step away. And it's now to court. Now your judge. Now oba asamoba yema uba ndi asamono. Yama undi ubanasem. And it's na sebia unya ba kura kunu asemo ba. Nesi ye se unya ba kunu ena na asema ba. The Chief Justice is supposed to make sure you don't sit on the case. So why would the Chief Justice say upon all these things that is going to create some misconception in the eyes on the heads of people, she still insists to say this man is supposed to sit on the case. And then the chair will say the intent has never been clear for the Chief Justice and the panel. It has always been a biased panel that is there to work for the executive. And I want you to understand the AC or Supreme Court. And when people say the Chief Justice has sold the court's soul and that the Chief Justice or Shâme is doing the bidding of the executive, you are not supposed to compete. Forget about their jargons. We are applying common sense here. We are applying reasoning here. We are trying to let people understand and say, oh, yeah, jaja, oh, nyanyame. You need to use your conscience. Sa adwene da utisimu no a wompe se obepa obi hu na kasa obejantre no sa adwene na wo se boawo na a guide in using the law to protect yourself and protect the people before you. That is your core mandate.
For what in simple a course, just say according to the explanation na unya na nasa wo tie no mentimi fa me ma me go to prison na say me ma me aye mfonso na de court na say me ejeja isi da say mbubefu say de kelvin taylor de to dwana na say menya sympathy bia ma na me asam no menyi ne ye ebi na NPP for plan ya omode ye Bagbin no and papa na mbo wa enka bibia amfa ho ne kusa nyina wo ne tim and I think say where Penima or her parliament is de wonim de obeye because papa na nye ne and obabe say jumano. In summer a course we say NPP for a year a crubia a bakata se sene proye ye mumun so ni emfanya ye ho kwa omoya ade pa ye and you fi say die bentina omo pese omo hyehye Bagbin tintina on resume parliament no munya adwuma. There are some bills be on person more passing, and if say minority still become majority in parliament for now, and this become majority in parliament for now, there is no way say more bill on bit me pass because they will never allow that. And untina a Supreme Court Chief Justice Edisa katasumu muaso ne saa nyoma na FM sabe ya even ground yes bia Bagbin enje say on be parliament no more resume per se nwa seat already clear the vacancy nyina should be resumed sabe o met manya majority in power no met me pass o mobile and so enye the biara because Bagbin onim di oye na me ka say hi Alpha OneTV me so unya subscribe here. Make sure to subscribe. And I like and share no what turn on notification bell so be update bia ye be no on submit me aka na make out say comment section on so your dia message so be comment maybe bia ko so one macro